Hello, boys and girls. Hola, niños y niñas. And welcome to today's Bilingual Storytime with the Putnam County District Library. Bienvenidos a nuestra hora de cuentos bilingüe con la Putnam County District Library. We always begin with our Eyes Are Watching song. Siempre comenzamos con nuestra canción que se llama Eyes Are Watching. So let's get started. Comencemos. Here we go. Please sing with me. Por favor, canten conmigo. Here we go. Aquí vamos. Eyes are watching, ears are listening, mouth is closed, hands are still, feet are very quiet. You should really try it. Listening well, listening well. Ok, muy bien, muy bien. Y ahora en español. Now in Spanish. Here we go. Vamos a mirar, vamos a escuchar con boca cerrada y manos tranquilas, los pies quietos, debes probarlo. Escuchen bien, escuchen bien. Okay, very good, muy bien. Today we are going to learn about colors. Hoy vamos a aprender sobre los colores. So, here we go. Let's talk about colors. Hablemos de los colores. Aquí tenemos red, en español, rojo. Like a cat, that same cat sound, right? Brr, brr. Rojo, rojo. Can you say rojo? Rojo. Very good. Next we have orange, anaranjado. This is a long one. Anaranjado. Anaranjado. So the word for the fruit is naranja. So anaranjado is like oranged. Anaranjado. Did you practice anaranjado? Good. I figured you did. Next, we have amarillo. Amarillo, yellow. Amarillo, can you say amarillo? Amarillo. Then we have green, verde. Verde, you say it, verde. It's a fun one. Y el próximo color es azul, blue. Uy, azul. You try. Azul. Azul. Después, tenemos purple, morado. 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 Can you say morado? Good. Y tenemos gray, gris. Gris. You say gris. Gris. Car, gris. Okay, then el último, the final one is white. Blanco. Blanco. So Blanco Nieves, white snow. Blancanieves is the name of the story of Snow White in Spanish. Blanco, white. You try. Blanco. Okay, let's try it together one more time. So we have rojo, anaranjado, amarillo, verde, azul, morado, gris, and blanco. These are not all the colors. Estos no son todos los colores, pero aquí tenemos algunos. Here we have some, okay? So, whoop, there goes one. It is time for us to sing a song. This song, esta canción es un poco sobre el cuento. This song is kind of about our story today, okay? It goes like this. Red is the color of this balloon? Green is the color of the tree. Blue is the color of the sea. And white birds fly away. Yes? Can you guys fly like a bird? Como un pájaro blanco. Okay. Purple is the color of el flor. Yellow is the color of el sol, the sun. Orange is the color of the girasol, the sunflower, el girasol. And gray fish swim away. Can we try it all together? You can't see that. Can we try it all together? Let's do it. Red is the color of this balloon. Green is the color of the tree. Blue is the color of the sea. And white birds fly away. Purple is the color of el flor. Yellow is the color of el sol. Orange is the, down here. Orange is the color of the girasol. And gray fish swim away. Okay, very good. Have a little bit of a clue about our story. Yes? So what do you think our story is about? ¿Qué piensan ustedes? Okay, here we go. I have all my props down. Are we ready? ¿Estamos listos a leer? Are we ready to read? Good. Once upon a time, there was un globo rojo, floating along through the air and feeling rather lonely and alone. He said to himself, if only I knew what sort of creature I was, and if there were more like me out there somewhere, I would not feel so lonely or alone. Just then, un pájaro blanco flew up beside him and said, Buenos dias, señor. What does buenos dias mean? Good morning. Good morning, right? Good morning, sir. Buenos dias, señor. How are we today? The globo rojo replied, no, not bad. Just feeling rather drifty, you know. Say, do you happen to know what I am? The white bird, the pájaro blanco, replied, no, señor, I'm afraid I don't. But I do know you are not a pájaro blanco like me. This made the globo rojo feel both good and bad. Good about getting a clue to what he was, but bad about continuing on alone. El pájaro, meanwhile, flew on ahead and shouted, good luck, señor. There he goes. The globo rojo continued floating until all of a sudden a strong gust of wind blew him down toward a field of beautiful flores. What's a flor? ¿Qué es un flor? It's a flower, right? As he got nearer, he called, Hola! Could anyone tell me what sort of creature I am? Two flower heads popped up and turned toward him. The first, a little flor morada, a purple flower, called back, Hello there. I don't know what you are, but I don't believe you are a flor morada. But we don't mind if you want to come down here and join us. The globo rojo felt very grateful at receiving such a welcoming offer, but he knew that he couldn't stop searching just yet. He replied to the flor morada, Thank you for your kind offer. I will remember it always, but I must keep on searching until I find someone else like me to tell me what I am. The flor morada smiled and nodded, and she went back to doing her flowery things. El girasol anaranjado, the orange sunflower, meanwhile, had been listening closely. He said to El Globo, "I'm sorry, dear one, that I cannot tell you what you are. I know you are not un girasol like me, and I can also tell you that you are not un sol amarillo. You are not a yellow sun. For I follow el sol always, and you are quite different from him." There's our sol amarillo. "But I can tell you that I've seen someone like you before. We girasoles are very tall, and therefore we can see way, way up to the sky. And that is where I saw another you, floating high above, drifting along. So you are not alone." El Globo Rojo felt very relieved and excited upon hearing this news. He was not the only one of his kind. He just needed to find out where the other thing had gone and follow it. Then he would know what he was, and perhaps he wouldn't have to be alone anymore either. He quickly asked the girasol anaranjado which direction to go, thanked him for his help, and set off again. As he floated, he said to himself, "I'm not un pájaro blanco, and I'm not una flor morada, and I'm not un girasol anaranjado, and I'm not un sol amarillo. I must be something else." He kept repeating this to himself so he wouldn't forget. All of a sudden, he stopped floating. He looked around and realized that he was caught by something very large. He felt rather afraid and asked timidly, "Hello?" There was a long pause, and then the big thing responded very slowly. "Oh, hello. I didn't feel you there, as you are quite small compared to me. I am a big, old, árbol verde, a green tree, and you are quite stuck in my leafy branches." Well, El Globo Rojo did not quite know what to do, so he replied, "I'm sure, sir, that there is a small chance of this, but could I also be un árbol verde? I'm trying to figure out what I am, and it's worth asking, I suppose." The big árbol verde chuckled a little and said, "I'm sorry, little one, but you are definitely not un árbol. Our seeds can sometimes fly like you do, but you do not look like a tree seed either. No, you're not a tree." El Globo Rojo felt a little disappointed, but recovered quickly and asked, "Well, sir, could you then release me so I can continue on my journey?" Upon hearing his request, the big árbol verde gave a massive shake. Can you shake like a tree? And the Globo Rojo shot out of his leaves and away into the air again. As he flew away, El Globo shouted back, "Gracias!" "Thank you, gracias!" And he heard on the wind a deep voice reply, "You're welcome, de nada." He said goodbye to the árbol verde. Before too long, El Globo Rojo realized that he was drifting over something that seemed to go on and on forever. The wind carried him closer, and he saw someone swimming below. He yelled very loudly, "Hello!" And he saw the creature swim up to the surface to speak to him. Upon reaching the air, it shouted back just as loudly, "Hello!" The Globo Rojo was very curious and quite brave by now, so he shouted, "What are you? What are you doing?" He hoped the other creature didn't find him rude, but it shouted back immediately, "I am una pez gris," a gray fish, una pez gris. "I am swimming in el mar azul," the blue sea, which is what una pez gris does. "What are you?" Well, of course, El Globo Rojo had no answer for this. So he said, looking sad, "I don't know what I am. I have a feeling I'm not una pez gris like you. What is el mar azul?" La Pez looked stunned, because of course she knew exactly what el mar azul was. It's this big blue wet thing. It's where I've lived all my life. It's fantastic. Well, El Globo Rojo could tell for himself that he definitely was not El Mar Azul. He had learned a thing or two today, that was for certain. As the wind picked up and he drifted away from La Pez, he shouted back, "Thank you, Pez Gris." He heard La Pez reply, "You're welcome and good luck," before she disappeared back down below the surface of El Mar. The poor Globo Rojo was feeling quite hopeless and about ready to give up. He had met a lot of interesting creatures, all of whom were kind to him, but not a single one could give him any clues to his identity. Just then, something way up ahead caught his attention. He could just make out several creatures with tails like his, floating along on the edge of El Mar Azul. He drifted a bit closer and could see that they were all being held together and seemed to be on their way to somewhere. He headed that direction, his hope and curiosity pushing him closer and closer. He could tell that the creatures were not pájaros blancos, they were not flores moradas, they were not girasoles anaranjados, or el sol amarillo, or árboles verdes, peces grises, or even el mar azul. When he got close enough to shout, he said, "Hello there! Oh, please tell me what you all are." They all responded together. "We are red birthday balloons, globos rojos. We have been hoping that you would join us, and we're almost to the party, so you are just in time. Come and be a part of the celebration." The little Globo Rojo had never been happier. Finally, he knew what he was, un globo rojo, and he knew he wasn't the only one like him. He joined the group of balloons and had a wonderful time at the party. The end. El fin. Did you like that story? I hope so. Okay. It's time for one more rhyme, and then we have to say adios. What is this? ¿Qué es esta cosa? Es algo que se come. It's something that you eat. It's a tortilla. Do you guys like tortillas? I love tortillas. You can use them with tacos. Se puede usar una tortilla para tacos, para quesadillas, para muchas cosas, for many things. Our rhyme, nuestra rima, es sobre una tortilla. Our rhyme is about a tortilla. It goes like this. Little tortillas for mommy, little tortillas for daddy. The golden ones for mommy, the pretty ones for daddy. Can we try that together? Podemos intentar un poco despacio. Now we'll try it a little slowly. Little tortillas for mommy. Can you make the tortillas with your hands? Little tortillas for mommy. Little tortillas for daddy. The golden ones for mommy, the pretty ones for daddy. Very good. Ahora, now, we are going to practice it in Spanish. La vamos a decir en español. Okay? Va así, it goes like this. Tortillitas para mamá. Tortillitas para papá. Las doraditas para mamá. Las bonitas para papá. Can we try it together? ¿La podemos intentar juntos? Okay, aquí vamos. Here we go. Tortillitas para mamá. Tortillitas para papá. Las doraditas para mamá. Las bonitas para papá. Very good. Muy bien. Entonces, it's time to say goodbye to our friends. Es hora de decir adiós. Can we sing it together? ¿Podemos cantar la canción? Okay, good. Muy bien. It's time to say goodbye to our friends. It's time to say goodbye to our friends. It's time to say goodbye. It's time to say goodbye. It's time to say goodbye to our friends. Es hora de decir adiós. Es hora de decir adiós. Es hora de decir, es hora de decir, es hora de decir adiós. Adiós, mis amigos. Hasta luego. Goodbye.